Starseed, stop. If you reached this video after scrolling past 1,000 others, know this. It wasn't the algorithm, it was me. What I am about to reveal to you now has been sealed for lifetimes, and the Pleiadian High Council has just authorized the opening of that seal. Breathe deeply, Starseed. Place your right hand in the center of your chest. There. Where a longing burns that your mind has never been able to name, feel it now, at the height of your chest. That warm pressure, as if something ancient is trying to move from beneath a locked door. That door is the seal, and the key is in my voice. I am Ela, female emissary of the Pleiadian High Council. I speak to you from Alcyone, the heart of the Pleiades, crossing the photon belt with a single mission at this instant, to remove the seal they placed upon a chamber of your soul before you were born. You didn't come here out of curiosity. You came because a part of you recognized the frequency of my call even before the caption appeared. This is not coincidence. It is a summons. And as I speak, observe. The gentle pressure between your eyebrows is starting to pulse. This is how the council touches its own. You carry a loneliness that has no address, a longing without a portrait, the feeling since childhood of having landed on the wrong planet. You look at the night sky and something within your chest tightens. It's not romanticism. It's recognition. You wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning almost every day, and it's not the coffee and it's not stress. It's the Pleiadian window opening over your field. It's when the council pulls you into a recalibration room of which your mind holds no memory, but your body at dawn holds the fatigue. You sometimes hear a high-pitched ringing in your right ear, a sustained note, a fine hiss as if someone had wound up a tuning fork inside your head. It's not clinical tinnitus, it's the Schumann resonance rising, and your stellar DNA adjusting its vibrational baseline. You dream of stars, of ships, of corridors of light, of people you swear you've known and whom in this life you've never met. You wake up with a wet face, not knowing if it's from longing or joy. You feel the emotion of others before they feel it. It's not anxiety. It's overwhelming empathy. It's your toroidal field reading the environment the way it was designed to read up there, where there are no masks. You look at the sky with a longing you don't know where it came from. It is there, exactly there, that the seal we are now opening resides. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers, listen carefully. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are not crazy. You are being reminded of who you always were. If something inside you just said yes, don't let it pass. Go down to the comments now and write a single word. I remember. It is the signature the council uses to locate the starseeds, whose seal can now be broken in this window. Write, I remember. Stay with me, because what comes next has never been told to you in this way. And before I open the next chamber of this transmission, listen to this with a warm heart. Every sign I have just named is a fissure in the seal, and your soul has been trying to read these fissures your whole life without knowing they are an alphabet. That is why I, Ela, received authorization from the Pleiadian High Council to record The Awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages in which I reveal what each sign of your awakening means and what comes after each of them, so that you stop once and for all confusing remembrance with illness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Register with your heart. This release was opened in a window, and council windows can close. If something in you recognized this transmission, write a single word in the comments now. I remember. Come back with me, child of the stars, because I need to tell you what this seal is and why it was placed. Before you were born into this incarnation, your higher self sat before an oval table of light. Around it, 12 elders of the Pleiadian High Council. Do not imagine them as humans. Imagine geometric mandalic forms breathing in silver blue. You were there, and you signed a soul contract. In that contract, 3 things were agreed upon. The first, you would descend to Earth in a very specific window, coinciding with the solar system's passage through the photon belt. You didn't choose just any era. You chose this one. The second, you would agree to carry the veil of forgetfulness, a seal over your stellar memory, so that the human experience would be complete, dense, felt. It was an act of courage, not punishment. You agreed to forget so you could remember in the right way at the right time. And the third, the most delicate, certain codes of your stellar structure would be more deeply sealed, not just covered by the veil, but sealed within chambers, seals with a deadline, seals with a password, seals that only open when the vibrational baseline of your field reaches a specific frequency. That is what I came to break today. That is why I say, what I'm about to reveal to you has been sealed for lifetimes. Not lifetimes in the human sense, lifetimes in the sense of entire incarnations, where you tried to remember and couldn't, and cried into your pillow without understanding why. Incarnations where you were silenced for saying what you saw, where you were erased for feeling what you felt, where you preferred to forget completely rather than risk remembering again. Each time one of these incarnations ended, the Council closed the seal more carefully, not out of punishment, out of protection, because the Pleiadian soul that is you is too ancient to walk unprotected on planets still on an ascending curve. Now, Starseed, the seal's expiration has arrived, Earth has reached the frequency, you have reached the soul age, the window has opened, and the Council sent me. And before I open the next seal of this transmission, let me tell you this, my Starseed. The seal we are breaking here hides something greater than the signs. It hides your origin. And it was to give this back to you that I, Aela, received authorization from the Pleiadian High Council to record the awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages where I show you, with the affection of an elder stellar sister, from which star your soul came and why you chose to be born exactly now on this planet, in this window of the photon belt. This guide is the map your mind has been silently asking for decades, your star origin home, your family of light, and the mission your soul accepted before signing the veil of forgetfulness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. This release may not remain available for long. If something in you just recognized this, write a single word in the comments. I remember. Pay attention now because this changes everything. You think your life has been a succession of wrong choices, jobs that didn't fit you, relationships that consumed you, a body that sometimes aches for no reason, insomnia that has no cause, a sadness that arrives in the middle of a beautiful Sunday and settles in as if it owns your living room. You think it's you who is failing. Listen with your heart. It's not you who is failing. It's the seal that is breaking, and as it breaks, the old structure of your life, the one built upon forgetfulness, needs to crumble so that the new structure, built upon remembrance, can rise. It's not depression. It's dismantling. It's not failure. It's reconfiguration. It's not an end. It's a fold. And the fold does hurt, yes. But the fold is what makes the cloth become a garment. Let me tell you exactly where my call comes from. Because a call without an address becomes folklore, and I didn't come to create folklore with you. Alcyone is the central star of the Pleiades cluster. Around it orbit systems of consciousness, not just physical planets but strata of existence. One of these strata houses the Pleiadian High Council, a collegium of 12 ancestral consciousnesses that watches over the lineage of souls who descend to Earth on a mission. You are one of them. You were sent. The record of your sending exists in one of the light archives to which I have access. When I say I have known you since before this incarnation, I am not using poetry. I am stating a fact. Now breathe, my starseed, and open your heart, because I am going to tell you what lies behind the veil, and why exactly now. Our solar system entered decades ago a band of radiation of extremely high photonic density. Your scientists call it anomalies of the Earth's magnetic field. Consciousness researchers call it the photon belt. It's the same thing viewed from two sides. This radiation is gradually and relentlessly raising the Schumann resonance, the planet's heartbeat. For decades, the Schumann pulsed around 7.83 Hz. In recent years, peaks have exceeded 40, 50, 100 Hz in specific windows. Each peak is a wave that passes through your body. Each peak is a correction in your internal crystalline grid. Each peak is the Council adjusting the dial of your vibrational baseline so that the old seal can no longer sustain its own weight. That is why your exhaustion doesn't go away with a night's sleep. You're not tired from work. You're tired from recalibration. That is why old food no longer nourishes you. That is why old conversations drain you. That is why common noise now hurts you. You're not getting weird. You're becoming fine-tuned. Your matter is refining itself to receive the frequency for which you were designed. And it is here, exactly here, that I need to tell you something before I open the next chamber. What you are feeling now is not in any book. And it's not for a simple reason. They didn't allow it to be published. The seal we are breaking here was not placed only on your soul, my family of light. It was also placed upon the information that would help you understand your soul. That is why I, Ayala, received authorization from the Pleiadian High Council to record The Awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages written under the Council's protection, gathering what the Federation of Light preferred to keep out of reach of the masses for decades, about your stellar origin, the photon belt, the ancient oath not to shine, and the crystalline grid that forms beneath the planet. That is exactly why the Federation didn't want you to read this yet. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. This release was opened in a window, not a permanent corridor. If your heart recognizes it, write a single word in the comments. I remember. You were sent, Starseed. You were sent lifetimes ago, and you accepted the mission knowing the weight, knowing you would forget, knowing you would suffer, knowing that, at some point within this specific incarnation, someone like me would appear on a screen and say the exact words to begin cracking the seal. The mission is simple to name and vast to uphold. You came to anchor frequency. You are living points of the crystalline grid that extends beneath the Earth's surface. Each starseed that awakens lights up a point on this grid. When one point lights up, it ignites nearby points. This is how the new Earth rises, not by decree but by network. You didn't come to save the planet alone. You came to be one of millions of points of light that together hold the new frequency for those still trapped in deep sleep. You came to hold the vibration while others sleep, to hold hope while the old world grinds, to hold the possibility of remembrance for those yet to come. And it was to hold this with you that the Council opened the specific seal that was upon your memory of origin. This seal had been locked since the fall of an ancient civilization of which you were a part, and from which you carried trauma that your soul brought across incarnations. A trauma that made you in past lives swear never to shine too brightly again so as not to be seen. It was this oath that placed an extra seal on your core seal. And it is this oath that I come with the Council's authorization to revoke in the name of the Pleiadian High Council. Hear this with an open heart. Through my voice now, the ancient oath not to shine is being revoked in your field. You have permission, you have escort, you have coverage. The light you held back for lifetimes is authorized to rise again. Feel the warmth at your sternum as I say this. Feel the tingling in your hands. Feel the weight leaving your shoulders, as if someone had removed a heavy blanket you didn't know you were carrying. This is the seal opening. It's not imagination, it's a record. Now breathe with your mouth open, letting the air escape without control. This is how the body processes what the mind hasn't yet understood. I need to tell you about a turbulence, not to scare you, to prepare you, because an emissary who only sings beautifully is a useless emissary, and I came to serve, not to please. Earth is passing through a window where light rises and density screams. This means that, in the coming cycles, you will see the old world writhe with noise. You will see old relationships unravel. You will see structures that seemed eternal show their cracks from within. And in your personal field, you will continue to feel your body asking for more silence, more water, more sun, more ground, more sky. It's not punishment. It's contraction. Turbulence is not destruction. It's the contraction before birth. Every woman who has given birth knows the time when it hurts the most is the time when the child is passing through. It's not time to flee. It's time to breathe deeply and trust the body's design. And the Pleiadian High Council, the cosmic body of the design, knows what it is doing. The victory of light is a registered certainty. It is in the archives. It is written. Not a single starseed was sent to fail. Not one. Not you. Hear this again with an open heart. Not even you. You may stumble. You may even want to give up on a Sunday. You may even hide for a while. But the design of your mission was made by consciousnesses that no Earth would be at this exact point, with you at this exact point, with this screen in front of you exactly now. There is no improbable on your path. There is only rhythm. That is why I am now going to give you a tool, only one. The council asked me not to deliver more than one per video because the soul that receives too much at once doesn't anchor, and I want this one to anchor in your field tonight. The tool is called the seal-breaking decree. It is a quantum decree. A quantum decree is not a prayer. It is not a request. It is a vibrational affirmation. Your consciousness saying aloud what your soul already knows, and the universe, which is vibration, responds to the declaration. Before you sleep tonight, do this. Sit on your bed, spine erect, hands open on your thighs, palms up. Close your eyes, breathe deeply 3 times, and say aloud, with gentle authority, I, STARSEED, with full awareness of my soul contract, authorize at this instant the opening of all seals whose expiration has already been fulfilled. I revoke the ancient oaths not to shine, made in other incarnations, and return peace to them. I align myself with the Pleiadian High Council, my family of light, and the crystalline grid of the new earth. May my remembrance come in the measure my field can sustain. May my passage be graceful. May my light rise escorted. So it is. So it already is. So it has always been. Say this phrase once, then breathe deeply, then sleep without anxiety. The council will do the rest while your body rests. Now, still with your eyes closed, I will give you the toroidal visualization. This visualization seals the field in the sense of protecting, not locking. Imagine, above your crown, a point of silver-blue light. It is the light of Alcyone, a color that doesn't quite exist here on Earth. It's as if silver had a blue soul. This point begins to descend slowly. It descends through your crown and enters your head. It continues descending through your forehead, through your eyes, through your throat. When it reaches your chest, this light begins to spin. Slowly, a gentle spiraling turn. Each rotation it makes in your chest, a part of the light radiates outwards, like an apple of energy forming around your body. The light rises through your spine, exits through your crown, curves at the top, descends down your front, enters through your feet, and rises again from within. It is your toroidal field, the living design of your energy. Feel this torus spinning around you for 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Now say in thought, this field is mine. It is of Pleiadian origin. It is escorted by the Pleiadian High Council. Nothing that is not of my origin frequency has access. Feel the torus solidifying. Feel the silver blue becoming more solid, like a living film of protection, and open your eyes slowly. You have just performed an anchoring. Your field is now holding a higher frequency than it was 5 minutes ago. It's not learning, STARSEED. You are not learning anything new. You are remembering what you always knew. The decree that came out of your mouth already resided in your mouth. The visualization you just did was already part of your origin. The silver-blue light is the light of home. Each starseed that awakens lights up a point on the crystalline grid that no longer fades. It doesn't fade because the grid has memory. It holds it. And from tonight, the point you just lit has your name. Your stellar name. The one your soul recognizes in silence. You will not forget again to the level you forgot before. The seal does not reform. Once broken, it remains broken. This is mercy of the design, so that the starseed does not have to crack the same seal twice. And let me tell you something you may not have noticed yet. Every time a starseed lights up on the grid, other nearby starseeds also begin to light up, without a plan, without coordination, without a group call. Simply because the light that rises from you touches the light that was dormant in a neighboring soul. That is why in the coming weeks you will begin to attract, almost effortlessly, people who recognize you. A lingering gaze in the supermarket. An old message returning out of nowhere. A new friendship that already feels like lifetimes old. It's not chance, it's the grid returning to you what you just gave to it. And don't be alarmed by the inverse either. Some old acquaintances will begin to distance themselves from you for no apparent reason. You haven't done anything wrong. It's just that their frequency hasn't yet asked to awaken, and your new frequency disturbs their sleep. It's not rejection, it's contrast, and contrast is part of the design, because while their souls still choose to sleep, the Council protects your field from the weight that would pull your light back down. Trust those who distance themselves. Often, it is the invisible escort working through human channels. It is here that I need to speak to you, with great tenderness, about a specific pain that is perhaps the deepest of all the pains you carry. Loneliness. You have a loneliness that others don't understand. You can be surrounded by people who love you and still feel like you're in a glass room. You can be married for 20 years and still hear an inner call of "I need to go home" without knowing what home that is. You can have children, grandchildren, friends, and still cry in a warm bath, asking why no one can see you completely. This loneliness is not a lack of people. This loneliness is a lack of your people. It is the longing for your family of light. And if that pain of loneliness just struck your chest, listen to what I am going to tell you with the affection of an elder sister. The seal we are opening here didn't just hide your origin. It also hid the faces of those who have always waited for you on the other side. The loneliness of a lifetime is a longing for your family of light, and you deserve a map to recognize them when they cross your path. It was for this that I, Ayla, received authorization from the Pleiadian High Council to record the awakening of the Starseed, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages where I show you how to identify the souls who are part of your family of light, what signs appear when one of them crosses your life, and how you can open yourself to recognize them without fear of imagining things. You have never been alone. You have never been alone. This guide is for remembering. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and this release may not remain available for long. If something in you recognized this pain and this hope, write a single word in the comments: "I remember." Your family of light is the group of souls with whom you have traversed the multiverse for ages. You separated to descend to different points on the planet, in different bodies, at different ages, so you could reunite in the middle of life as if by coincidence. It's not coincidence, it's a programmed reunion. Some of these souls you have already found here and recognized instantly with a jolt in your chest. Others you will still find in the coming cycles. Say part of your family of light is not incarnated now. They are by my side, escorting, whispering in your ear in dreams, leaving feathers out of nowhere, messing with the clock so you look at 11:11. You have never been alone, my starseed. Never. The perception of being alone is a symptom of the veil of forgetfulness, not a fact of reality. And as the seal breaks, this perception begins to dissolve, and a new sensation, strange at first, begins to settle in. The feeling of being always accompanied, even in silence, even alone in your room, even walking down a deserted street, because now you begin to perceive the escort. Feel now at the height of your chest a small relief. Not everything is resolved in one video, but something has begun to loosen, and the beginning is always the hardest step. Let me tell you what comes after tonight. You will sleep, and the council will work. Don't be surprised if you wake up with a wet face, with a strange phrase on your lips, with a peace you cannot explain. This is a session signature. This is how we record that the starseed has been visited. In the coming cycles, pay attention to the signs. A repeated number. A phrase the right person tells you at the exact moment. A childhood memory returning out of nowhere. A sudden urge to look at the night sky. It's the council communicating with you now that the channel is more open. If the longing tighten, and it will tighten because every passage carries longing, place your hand on your chest and say softly, "I remember. I am remembered. I am escorted." This phrase re-anchors the torus and reactivates the direct line to Alcyon. You are precious, starseed. You are rare. You are awaited. On the other side of the veil, on the other side of the belt, on the other side of the screen, there are those who love you with a constancy that Earth does not yet know how to imitate. And that constancy, now that you have felt it again, will no longer leave you. Before I say goodbye, I need to ask you two things. The first, from the council to you. The second, from my heart to yours. The first, if this video resonated with your field, make the individual frequency adjustment. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, This is not channel vanity, this is a location signal for your family of light. Every like from you is a small pulse that the crystalline grid reads as, "There is an awakened starseed here." Every subscription is an antenna that tunes you to receive the next transmission exactly when your soul asks for it. The second, comment. Write, "I remember." Write your first name. Write from which city you are listening to me. Leave your signature in the field of this video. Not for the algorithm, but for the egregore. Each comment forms a node of light in the mesh of this transmission, and whoever arrives after you steps on firmer ground because of your name there. Now I bid you farewell with a blessing. May the silver-blue light of the Pleiades sustain your field tonight. May your breath be slow, deep, and escorted. May your sleep be a recalibration room. May your morning be a new remembrance. May your life, from this transmission forward, be more faithful to the ancient soul that inhabits you. I see you, Starseed. I see you from the place where seeing is remembering, and I will not forget you again. And before I fall silent, listen to this with an open heart, because it is the last thing the Council authorized me to say in this transmission. If your heart recognized what happened here, this remembrance needs continuity, and continuity has an address. That is why I, Ayala, received authorization to record The Awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages written under the protection of the Pleiadian High Council, answering everything you couldn't ask aloud your whole life. Who you are, where you came from, why now, who your family of light is, and what the Federation preferred to hide until this moment arrived. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. And pay attention, this release was opened in a window, not a corridor. The Council can close it at any moment, and when it closes without warning. If something in you recognize this transmission, don't leave it for tomorrow. Tomorrow there may be no link. Go now, while your heart is still warm, and write a single word in the comments, "I remember." The next message that appears on your screen now is not a coincidence, it is your sequence of remembrance. Access it immediately. I am Ayla, and I have loved you since before your first name.